put the hip shit on the shelf. Cause the way the real wealth is being real with self. My life has seen the glory of the coming to the left. I can't do it by myself, so I'm asking for help. It's time to switch it up, put the hip shit on the shelf. Cause the way the real wealth is being real with self. My life has seen the glory of the coming to the left. I can't do it by myself, so I'm asking for help.
Money, money, money. That's all I got is like growing their wealth. Like Kanye West said, having money is not everything. Not having it is. Deuteronomy 8:18 says God gives us the ability to create wealth. No, it's the love of money that's wrong. You don't like money so much, why would you just go to work? Yeah, I do think about money. I'm just trying to leave a legacy for money. That's not everything, but when you got it, you can do some cool stuff. Now, your host for Talking Money in the Morning, financial health mentor to the working class, H Cortez.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, good people. It is your main man, H Cortez, the one and only financial health mentor to the working class. And I certainly appreciate you joining us this morning live on Talking Money in the Morning Live. Today, we have a special guest for you. You guys are really, really in for a treat. You guys know that I talk about finance, money, entrepreneurship. Well, one of the avenues that you can really start building wealth for yourself is through the real estate avenue. And I have a guest that's going to talk to you today about wholesaling investment. So I'm not going to take too much of our time this morning, but you know, I got to let you know who this show is for. So if you're tracking with us live on Facebook, I appreciate it. Please share this broadcast on your timeline so we can get more people involved. If you're tracking us live on YouTube, then be sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Leave us a comment. Let us know how we're doing. And subscribe so that you can get notifications every morning that we go live. And then if you're on Facebook, be sure to go over to my fan page, Financial Health Mentor, and like that page and go ahead and check out the stream there. But this show is for my risers and grinders this morning. If you woke up with legacy on the brain, this show is for you. If you went to bed last night visualizing where you're going to be 5 years, 10 years, 15 years down the road, this show is for you. If you or the type of person who understands the power of ownership and you know that you can build generational wealth, because most millionaires in today's society are first generation millionaires, and you know you could be one of them too, this show is for you. If you need strategies, game plan, tips on how you can get there, this show is for you. Now, just like we talk about who this show is for, Facebook Live, we also talk about who this show is not for. If you are one of those people who have a weird relationship with money, guess what? This show is not for you. If you think wealthy people are snobs, you think capitalism is bad, this show is not for you, because that mindset will always repel money away from you and never attract it to you. So you may want to tune out right now. If you got a problem with me saying the word money 30 times in the last 15 seconds, this show is not for you. If you're the type of person sitting back waiting to see if Hillary is going to win or Donald Trump is going to win so they can fix the economy instead of focusing on your economy, this show, my friend, is not for you. So you can tune out right now. Facebook Live, let me know if the audio is tracking okay. Just let me know, because sometimes I have problems with my audio when I go Facebook Live. But if that is you, then I want you to tune out, because I can guarantee you this. I'm going to say money, wealth, or something equivalent probably 300 more times in the next 26 minutes or so. So if you are serious about building wealth in the area of real estate, then today's show is brought to you by my guest, Mr. Darrell Muhammad, and he has a special program that he's going to offer. So if you're serious about learning wholesale investing, then we're going to give you the details on how to get your hands on his program so he can start coaching, mentoring, and training you on what it takes to really get your money up in the real estate game. So I certainly appreciate this brother. He's an expert in the real estate game, but he's well versed in the area of building wealth in general. Real estate is just one of his primary vehicles, but he has several. Maybe he'll touch on some of those, but the focus of today, which is something that I'm excited to learn about, is investing in real estate and buying wholesale, and how you can get that going with little to no money. So without further ado, Brother Darrell, can you come on out, man? Give me a mic check and let's get into this thing, because I'm excited.
Mic check.
There we go. Oh, okay. So Brother Darrell, really quickly, I can hear you okay. So really quickly, just give them a quick, brief background on who you are, and then I got a few questions for you.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, first of all, I want to thank you, Brother Cortez, for allowing me to be this morning, waking me up early. This is definitely early for me, but it's worth it, because anytime I can have an opportunity to reach some people, to help them along the way of on their financial journey, then I'm more than happy to do whatever is required to do that. So thank you so very much for the opportunity. Yeah, I mean, I go back quite a long time ago. It goes back quite a ways, I should say. Over 30 years ago, I started attending those real estate seminars over 30 years ago. You know, the kind that, you know, the one that say, you know, you can live lifestyle, you know, the one that make those promises, those unbelievable promises, you know, the ones where they say you can do this money and no cash and no nothing. Just come to this and sit and listen to what we have to offer you, and you too can be rich. Well, Brother Cortez, I started attending those seminars 30 years ago. I bought my first real estate course in 1983, and I was bit by the bug ever since that time. And I was going to seminars every time they came to my city. Grew up in San Francisco, California. When I moved to Houston in 1985, I continued to go to those seminars because I knew one day I was going to be a real estate investor and experience what they claim that you can do at those. Continue to go to those free seminars, you know, and I loved them, and I just continue to go because I knew, brother, that one day it was going to be. Now, moving fast forward, speed ahead, that one day was in 2000. 2000, I'm here in Houston, Texas, just graduated from college. Sometime in 1990, I graduated from Texas Southern University, but it wasn't until 2000 that I said, okay, now is the time for me. Thing happened, Cortez. You know, I was married at that time, had two beautiful children. So if I was going to get started in real estate and realize the dream and the aspiration and what those guys over the last 20, 30 years had professed, then that time was the time for me to do it with a wife and a growing. So that's what I did. I went out there, I got involved in the local real estate investment club and went to work, and by God's grace never looked back, became a real estate wholesaler and got into rental property, and the story goes on from there.
Gotcha. So that's super cool. So Facebook Live, if you're tracking us, I don't know how well you can hear the guest. I love Facebook Live, but because we have a guest on this morning, it might be better if you jump over to YouTube, or if you're on my fan page, go to the post that I put down below, and you can click on that post and you can watch live right inside your Facebook timeline. That way you can see our guests and you can track with us a little bit better. But I certainly appreciate you jumping on Facebook Live. So that's super awesome, Darrell. So a lot of people see those real estate courses, and those folks come to town and they think it's some sort of pie in the sky and they won't attend, but you obviously learned something, and then it got you motivated and you started studying this thing, and then eventually you was able to pull the trigger going for yourself. But do me a favor, and this is something that I've always wondered about. Explain to us, or give us a brief definition of what buying real estate wholesale actually is.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you, Cortez. Basically, wholesaling is a concept, right? It's not just something unique to real estate concept. You can wholesale anything
Matter of fact, everything that you do been wholesaled. For example, my cell phone right here. This cell phone was wholesaled to someone, right? And wholesale just means that you buy a product substantially below its retail value. Substantially below your retail value. And the definition I give is 30% or greater below retail value is wholesaling. All right. So wholesaling is just a concept. Once you understand, then you can apply it to literally anything. You can wholesale a car, right? Those people that buy them from auctions and fix them up and sell them. So everything that you see around you in your home or in your place of business, if it was person, which it was, then somebody purchased it wholesale because that's how they make their profit.
Come on. All right, cool beans. So you're basically able to get your hands on real estate at 30% or greater below market value, and then that's where your profit margin is, so that you can later flip that property or keep it because it's still worth a lot more since you were able to get it for substantially lower. So guys, if you're tracking with us, we're talking live with Darrell Muhammad, real estate expert, coach, author. He has a real estate program that I'm sure we're going to talk about a little bit later that can get you where you want to be. So for those of you who dread going to a hotel where these guys are coming to your town, well, you can bring Mr. Darrell Muhammad right into your own living room, right into your own smartphone, your own device, and you can learn from his 30+ years of experience in wholesaling, investments in the real estate market. So Darrell, tell us a little bit about your course, The Secrets to Wholesaling Real Estate.
Thank you very much, Cortez. I appreciate it. I do have a special gift for your guests, those that are watching. So make sure you guys stay tuned till the end. Yeah, my course that I put together a couple of years ago called The Secrets to Wholesaling Real Estate, Volume 1 and 2. 13 hours of jam-packed training. All right, it's everything you need from A to Z about wholesaling. I don't have any other course after that. It's not a championship, something else. I mean, it's not any of that. And what I did, brothers, I took the best of the best of the best of the training in the area of wholesaling, and I condensed it. I took my experiences and put it in a course, and it's really designed to teach you how to make anywhere from $5,000 or up. So I'm excited about the course. It came from, it was taken from a private training that I did for a very small group. And private trainings are always different from public trainings, right? So that was wonderful, and I'm happy to share that with your guests.
Okay, super cool. And again, he's got something cool for you guys. If you hang out to the end, I promise you don't want to miss this. But we're talking with Darrell Muhammad on buying investment and real estate wholesale. So from your perspective, Darrell, tell us a little bit about why real estate is such a great investment and why you chose that as your particular wealth building vehicle.
Oh yeah, well, real estate has proven over the test of time to be the #1 wealth builder strategy, if you will, in the history of the world. I know technology is booming, but I can rest assure you that no one investment area has made more millionaires and billionaires than real estate. I mean, the earth is real estate. I mean, we can't live without real estate. I mean, countries' sovereignty comes from that their own, their country, and the resources in it. So, I mean, if anybody argues the fact or argues, they won't argue the fact, but if they argue that real estate offer as it is, then they're delusional, right? They only have one eye open at best. So yeah, you look at wars are fought over land, wars are fought over real estate. You know, even if you look at technology, oh well, technology, that's, you know, that's not real estate, and that's made more millionaires. Yeah, probably in the last 20 years. Can't catch up to since the beginning of time. Real estate is still millionaires today, right? Still making millionaires today. And I call real estate investing the poor man's path to wealth. After wealth, everybody can't get rich in technology. Invest in it in some way, but then where are you going to get the money to invest, et cetera, et cetera. But even if you look at internet, right? If you look at technology, you say, well, my cell phone, that has nothing to do with real estate. I beg to differ, because these frequencies bounce off of what? Towers, right? Off of towers. And where are the towers located, and where they're anchored down to? They're anchored into the earth. The material that you make the cell phone comes from the earth, right? So, I mean, you can't escape the earth. You go back into the earth. So there's no escaping the earth. And real estate, I mean, you couldn't survive without real estate. I mean, even if you go as far as a computer, you're standing on the ground, your laptop is sitting on your desk, which is attached to your floor, which is attached to the ground. So
Gotcha.
real estate is the poor man's path to wealth.
Okay, and I am, as the financial health mentor to the working class, that's exactly who I like to speak to, because I believe it's the working class that tends to get the short end of the stick. We're the ones that are taxed the most, we're the most indebted, but we are the ones that keep this thing moving with our labor. So talk to us about, in particular, what would it take in dollar amounts for a guy like myself who works a regular job to put a few of my pennies together. Maybe I get with a buddy or two and we put a few of our pennies together. How much can we start off with to acquire that first piece of property, given that we took your course and got our knowledge up and know what we're doing? Now we're ready to pull the trigger. About how much money would you say that on average it would take to get someone started down the path of getting that first piece of property?
Well, I tell you what, that's the reason why I would tell everybody, if they don't have any prior experience in not just real estate agent or anything like that, a mortgage broker, specifically have training, prior training in real estate investing, then you should start off in wholesaling. You should start off wholesaling properties and not, you know, get drawn in by the television, Flip Las Vegas and Flip or Flop and all these different shows that show you to buy a house, fix it up, make $20,000. The reason why you should start off in wholesaling, because literally, Cortez, literally you can buy real estate. You can become a wholesaler, professional wholesaler, with no money, no credit, and no risk. Now that may seem hard to believe, but it's absolutely true. And my course teaches you how to do it legally, ethically, and morally. Those are the three things you also should be concerned about when in business, getting in entrepreneurship, quote unquote, making money. So yeah, that's what everybody should start, because you literally can start with no dollars, no risk, and no credit. But you have to follow a proven system, and my system has been proven time and time again, not just in my life, but in lives of my students. I had a gentleman, Eugene Alexander, there in Killeen, Texas. He just closed on a deal yesterday that I coached him through my coaching program. And I think that was actually his first deal, but it's definitely his first deal using my strategies and my techniques from the course. So we're proud to have successful students around the country.
Exactly. And that's what I love to hear, man, because again, we're talking about, I talk directly to working class people who, when you go through this school system, when you go through this, especially public school, you're educated to believe that wealth is beyond you and that you cannot achieve that, and that the only way that you can create income is through a job. But you're sitting here telling us that with the right amount of knowledge, a proven system, and some coaching, you can literally start making money in real estate with no money or credit, which is a far cry from what you hear in the mainstream. They talk about you need excellent credit and all of this good stuff for real estate, but they're traditionally talking about real estate to own and to live in, but you're talking about as an investor, you don't need anything, any of that. So can you give us an example of a particular deal that you may have done recently, and let us know what kind of profit potential is there?
Absolutely, yeah. See, the way the real estate wholesaling goes is that the deeper you can get it below its retail value, the more potential profit you can make. All right, and that's basically where it starts. It starts at your ability to buy it substantially below market. Now, I've done so many deals over the years, but I can tell you, Cortez, that my biggest wholesaling deal, it cashed out for about $31,000. $31,000. Now, the average wholesale deal is about $5,000. All right, per deal, per wholesale deal. And you know, when I was a stockbroker, they call them financial advisors now, but when I was a stockbroker back in '96, we used to hear all these statistical numbers, and it said that extra $500 per month will prevent a majority of personal bankruptcies. Would avoid it, you know, a large percentage of personal bankruptcies. Just $500 extra per. You can imagine what one transaction and $5,000 can do to turn somebody's financial condition around. So that's what wholesaling does for you. And I have tons and tons of that examples. I don't like to show checks because, you know, that feeds into the wrong mentality. You made it perfectly clear who this show is for. So I don't really get into that as much because it's not really how much money I've made, how much money you can make based on your willingness to do the work. So, but it is very, very, especially when you can look at when statistics says only additional $500 would prevent people from filing bankruptcy.
Wow, exactly. And then I know that you got this special offer for our guests towards the end of the show. And I'm going to drop the bag, drop the cat out the bag. This is a free offer, guys. So stick around. We got another couple minutes. But definitely, so you talked about the average deal being about $5,000. And you don't even have to do that every month. You know, every 2 months is $2,500 extra. So that's still 5 times more than the $500 that most people need to avoid bankruptcy. So every 3 months, every 4 months, if you did one of those deals. So I know that outside of you teaching and training, there are certain types of research that you would want to be able to or be proficient in when it comes to tracking down some of these deals. Talk to that aspect a little bit, some of the tips and the research that goes into locating a property that you ultimately want to create a deal with to wholesale.
Yeah, so yeah, by far from my experience, and my experience is really, Cortez, to be honest with you, my experience is the only experience that matters to me, right? Is my personal experience. And my experience has shown, and in study and talking to other wholesalers and just being, you know, active in the marketplace, my experience has proven time and time again that the #1 way to find the best deals is what I call driving for dollars or driving for profits. That's where you target an area that's more likely to have an abundance of we look for. They're called distressed properties, right? So you target the areas, usually working American neighborhoods, and you drive that area. You literally drive up and down that area, and you write down the addresses of properties that have distress signs. And you'll learn all this in my course, and I'll share some of that with your audience if they take advantage of the free gift here in a minute. So you look for those distress signs. You write down the address. And the thing about it, you have to be trained, brothers and sisters. I'm just telling you, you have to be trained, professionally trained. You're not going to make professional dollars being trained, you know, just going to buy a book from a bookstore and just reading it. right? It's not designed to teach you. It's just designed to open up your eyes to the possibilities. So driving for dollars or driving for profits by far is the most profitable way to find deals, locate deals. And the reason why, Cortez, is because unless they have a sign in the yard, and I teach you, don't be interested in properties with signs in the yards. So if it doesn't have a sign in the yard up and down the street, and you're writing down the address of properties that that have distress signs, and they don't have signs in the yard, realtors or for sale signs in the yard, then nobody literally knows that property may be for sale except for you. It's a competition, and that's how you can maximize your profit with wholesaling. So the number one way is to drive for dollars, drive for profits.
Wow, wow. And I hope you guys caught that, because he said you don't look for the properties with a sign in the yard, but you look for a property with the distressed sign. So it teaches you what a distressed property looks like. All of these distressed properties give off signals and signs that says potentially for sale if you have the right offer. So he teaches in his course how to spot those, and you have to put in the time. And that's why I love teaching entrepreneurship, because one person, you might be thinking, that means I have to drive hours and hours to find a good deal. Well, guess what? If you're running this business from your home, it's a legitimate business. So that time that you're driving, those miles that you put in your car looking for a deal, are tax deductible when you're in your own business. So that's a tax write-off, and that's a benefit for you that can save you money on your taxes, and that can give you some extra dollars that you can use to grow and build your business. Brother Muhammad, man, we are at the bottom of the hour. I'm going to have you back on so that we can dive deeper into this. But I know you have a special gift that you want to present to our audience today. And if you're checking us on Facebook Live, leave me a message if you want this special gift, or inbox me so that I can get you the links to this, since you're not on the actual YouTube channel, because we're going to have the links to it in the description of the show. But Brother Darrell, tell us how they can get a hold of you, and what your coaching program is like, and then go ahead and talk a little bit about that special offer that we have. We got 2 minutes, bro.
All right, thank you very much. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, my coach, let me start from the back, move forward. Coaching program is only for graduates of my real estate course, okay? And I qualify you to see if that's the next best move for you, right? I'm all about results. I'm not about, like I said, it's not an educational company per se, where I'm out here, trying to make, a large revenue stream, right? Because I make the most of my deal estate transactions. So coaching is customized, is for a hand-picked selected students who have already graduated from my course, meaning they've already bought my course, they've studied my course, and they're ready to move forward, and they're very, very serious, right? So the free offer that I have for your audience is my course. I mentioned is 13 hours condensed, the forms and everything's included. I'm not going to give you that course, but I am going to give you what I call my real estate mini course, right? Real estate mini course. It's the best of some of it, but not all of it. Small course, right? It's a downloadable MP3. So like you say, you can download it on your tablet, on your cell phone, on your laptop, and you can take it with you. Now, it does have some nuggets in it. Like I said, it doesn't have the full complete course, but what it does do is gives you an idea of the possibilities that you can experience with my program. I don't know about anybody else's program, with my program. So it's a good test drive. It's a good teaser, if you really gives you an idea of what wholesaling real estate is as a professional, and what my course can do for you. Now, for those of you who want to take advantage of that, I wrote it down on a little sheet of paper here. Hopefully you can see that. It's bit.ly, bit.ly / capital R, capital E, capital M, I. So you say you're going to put that in the description box. So I want to encourage everybody to take advantage of it. It's free. Get that. That of course will go on my list. You instantly get access to it, so you don't have to wait. And how you can reach me. The way you can reach me is let's see what would be the best way to reach me. Reach me get that link, when you sign up, you'll have all your information there at the bottom. So let's keep everything condensed there. And then you can reach me once you sign up. You can reach me with the email response with the download. It'll have all my contact information there. You can find me on Facebook. You can find me on Twitter. My name, Darrell Muhammad, DarrellMuhammad. All right, that's where you can go and you can connect with me there. I do a daily live stream on Facebook Live at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. The money game, the winning rules, the money game, the winning rules. So that's how they can take advantage of that special. Thank you so very much, Cortez. Brother, anytime, I'll be more than happy to come back again and we can go more into details on the secrets to wholesaling real estate and what my program can do for your audience.
Awesome. Awesome. Thanks so much, Darrell, for getting up early. I know it's early for you. And you see, people don't understand. See, it's not early for me because I got to get up early and go to work. But when people have freedom, this is early for them, you know. So I certainly appreciate you jumping out and teaching on something that people can and make an investment in your course, get trained, and start buying real estate wholesale with little to no money. And I'm all about family businesses and stuff. These are things that you can start as a family, you and your wife and your children, you and your brothers and sisters, you and your uncles and cousins. We can start building legacies if we come together, if we partner with professionals who are willing to coach, train, and mentor us and take advantage of everything that they have to offer. So I'm going to put the link down below, guys, so that you can get that. So Darrell, if you go ahead and message me that link so I can just copy and paste and make sure I get it right, I'll go ahead and make sure that everybody gets access to the mini course, and then you can get a hold of Darrell and he can help you start to understand how this real estate game is played and how you can put yourself in position to own and actually start making a large, substantial contribution to your wealth building portfolio by using wholesaling in the real estate market. So today's show was sponsored by, of course, Mr. Darrell Muhammad and the secrets to wholesaling real estate. So we'll put a link to the actual course there as well so that you can get a hold of that. So again, I am your main man, H Cortez, the one and only financial health mentor to the working class. You've been checking out Talking Money in the Morning Live with our special guest, Darrell Muhammad, real estate expert, guru, author, and creator of the real estate course, The Secrets to Wholesaling Real Estate, which you can get a copy of that to the link. And you can also get a teaser of the mini course on the link below. So don't forget, Facebook Live, message me so I can make sure that you guys get the link. And if you're watching this on YouTube, the link will be in the description of this video. So until I talk to you in tomorrow's episode, where I don't even know what we're going to talk about tomorrow, but you know we're going to be talking about money, wealth, legacy, and how you can improve your financial situation. So until I talk to you tomorrow, get your money up because you absolutely can do it. Peace.